The Michelin Man is chasing me. Woke up this morning, my tires are flat.
Hello folks, welcome to the Wrestling Hour. Today's episode is number 259. We're almost out of the 250s. I've been in the 250s actually for quite a while. But let's be honest, today is going to be all about a different kind of Wrestling Hour. It's going to be really different, and I suggest you probably change the channel. I suggest you change the channel right now, because the things I'm going to say, and honestly, dude, I got to apologize to you right now too. Not like I'm going to say anything against you, but I'm going to say things on this show, on this specific episode that, I don't know, that I've been thinking about a while. And it might get me possibly in trouble. But, you know, hey, someone's got to inspire people. And the fact that, you know, I'll tell you who I'm inspired by. I'm inspired by CM Punk and the guy that he gave me, because I was looking through, you know, you can look through YouTube videos, everything, and YouTube comments they're probably one of the most interesting things really on the planet. It's really a cool thing how you can just really comment really mostly anything you want. But with VCAM, you can say anything you want. But on this one YouTube channel, a YouTube video, there was this one video that got that said that CM Punk inspired them to be more confident, and I gotta say he inspired me a little bit too. So now that he's gone, why can't I inspire people? First of all, you gotta be confident. You gotta be. You know, what is competency? Or competency, what the hell kind of word is that? Confidence, I think is what I meant to say, is really an interesting word because it's really, really an interesting word. But let's get down to the meat of the matter here, or the bone of the matter. I feel that with the way things are in professional wrestling, that things like guys like Triple H and guys like Vince McMahon are not going to be very, very, very good for the company. They're not going to be very good. Guys like Vince, guys like Triple H, guys who don't know what the hell they're talking about professional. Sure, they listen well. Do they listen to the fans? No, they don't. They don't listen to the fans at all. And I'm going to lead into something here that has been on my mind for a while. At least for a little bit, at least today. Because honestly, I don't give a shit anymore. I really don't give a fuck, and I'm really done with a lot of things. Not anything good in my life, but people treating me horribly. People treating me like crap. Who the hell do you think you are? It's something that I need to let things go. Need to let things just boil to the point where I get pissed off. Because Steve was right when he pointed out that remember when I was on Steve's show, Nova's Shenanigans, this was like earlier this year perhaps, because we're really halfway through the year now, that Steve mentioned how I'm always, you know, like how I'm always good, how I'm always, you know, I'm always a good guy. And the fact that I just seem to never get pissed off, well, that's going to change, because I'm going to make sure that you guys know what's on my mind. And the fact that I have an hour. I have an hour where I can say whatever I want. And I've never fully taken advantage of that. I've never fully taken advantage of my full hour here on VCAM that I have. I can say, well, technically I have an hour and a half. But it's an hour and a half. And, well, I mean, with Nikki the Nerd, that's the other half hour. So the fact that I can say whatever I want, possibly get in trouble, but possibly... You know, there's a saying around here at VCAM that floats around. I don't like what you say, but I'll defend your every right to say it. Something like that. And the fact that I've been here 10 years, and I've never, literally, I've been with VCAM producing content for 10 years here. TV shows, that's mainly it. But TV shows, this is I've probably done close to 300 hours of TV shows here at VCAM. And I do love VCAM, but there are some things that get under my skin a little bit. Like, what about those awards? I mean, I don't care about awards. I know I'm a pretty damn cool person, but let's just be honest. You kind of have to kiss ass to get a reward around here. Or, I'm sorry, award. And you have to kind of be, you know, multifaceted. You kind of gotta have a, you know, lips planted on them asses. So I don't like the fact that that has to happen for you to get any kind of award around here. And because I've been here 10 years, I'm sorry, but those people who got those awards in the past couple of years aren't gonna be here 5 years from now. I will be. Call that crappy if you want, but it's how I feel. And it's about time I let people know how I feel, because with the fact that you have people around here, around wrestling even, who just don't care. They don't care. And not that VCAM doesn't care. People in wrestling don't care. This is kind of like an amalgamation, kind of like a combination of the two. Because that's just the way it goes. Yeah, I say that a lot. I say a lot of shit on the show, but doesn't make it untrue. Doesn't make it that it has any more, you know, truth to it. Or, you know, it's very, very true to the things I say. And oh, remember Aaron, the guy who wanted to be on he actually wanted to come on the show and say things about, I think about relationships and how shitty they are, which I've talked about before. I've talked about that before. And I was actually on live the other day. I'm not going to say which website, but I was on a live video the other day talking to someone. And they were like, well, you don't know much about you. Well, I'm sorry, she said, you've never been married, so you don't have any room to talk. Oh, really? I don't have any room to fucking talk. Well, that's because I'm not stupid enough to get married, little missy. All right, little missy. Who the fuck am I? Anyway, I have never been married, so I have no room to talk. Who the hell do you think you are? I've seen every single marriage I've ever known fail. Either, oh, guess what? That girl contacted me on Facebook, wanted me to give her, basically she wanted sexual favors for fucking money. I'm not going to say any names. You know who you are. So, who the hell do you think you are contacting me like that? That's, first of all, if you're really that, and if your man isn't doing it for you, get the hell out of their relationship. Get it done. Get it over with. Because I'll be honest with you, that was pretty weird. And it just really kind of blows my freaking mind how in the 21st century, where it's 2017, I believe today is, what's today's date? Today is the freaking, Today is the 15th already, wow. Well, today's July 15th. Summer's going by way too fast, by the way. I think you agree with me in there. It's going by way too fast. And the fact that you can just blow off your marriage like that. Speaking of blowing off, no, not talking about my ex, all right? She's a fucking idiot anyway. And I say these things not because I am trying to be an asshole, but you know what? I am very proud of my asshole status. I'm very, very proud of that. Very, very extremely proud of my asshole status. And you know, let's be perfectly honest here. Marriage and dating in the 21st century is like Star Trek. Warp speed. You can go, because in a lot of the Star Trek series, Warp 10 is the fastest warp you can go. Yes, I'm a nerd, somewhat. Although I'd say Star Wars fans are more nerds than Star Trek, but that's a whole other story for Nicky the nerd. He'd know, probably. Guy's a bit of a douchebag, though. So is Stormwares, to be quite honest with you. Stormwares is a piece of... Okay, I'm going to not say anything bad about Stormwares, because everybody loves that guy. They don't like me. Everyone loves Stormwares. You notice that? Everybody loves Stormwazor, but fuck me. No, that's funny. They love my alter ego, but they don't like me. That's funny. But honestly, folks, it is probably the best thing for you not to date. Not to get involved with any woman or, hell, any guy. Fuck them. I mean, there's things that they say they want. Women say they want nice guys, right? Sure. Then they go out the guy with the tattoos, the fucking 6 other girls he had babies with. Or the girl just goes after a guy after guy after guy, and then gets pissed off that their man went on a dating website too. So, I just don't understand how that's possible. Like someone I know down in Texas who will not see this, who is one of my best friends in the world. Hell yeah. But you don't go having sexual relations with another woman when you another guy. What time am I talking about? With another guy when you're already fucking married. What the fuck? Marriage really means nothing. Hollywood's expanding. Can you believe it? Hollywood is expanding because Hollywood marriages mean jack shit. They don't mean a damn thing. And, you know, I'm not saying these things to be an asshole, but I am saying them because they're true. You know, the thing is, though, people have a lot of things that they live in a fantasy world in. Like, I voted for Donald Trump. Nick Brissette voted for Donald Trump. And you know what? Look on YouTube, all those damn SJW, social justice warrior people. They think it's all good to destroy stores, destroy streets, pretty much put parts of the country on fucking, like, on hold. That was fucking ridiculous. Not my president, and get the hell out of this damn country. Because you need to shut the hell up about that. And I'll be perfectly honest with you. Donald Trump is your president. That American flag out there is your fucking flag. It's not Canada. It's not Afghanistan or any other country in the world. This is your country. And really, you should be, because you can protest, but getting violent is it's really immature and stupid. The reason Donald Trump won, and I said this before he won, I said this way before, when Bernie Sanders was still in the race, before Hillary Clinton screwed him over. I'm sorry, the whole Democratic Party screwed Bernie Sanders over. And I was a Sanders fan. I was probably his biggest supporter. But because of pieces of trash like Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders never had a chance, unfortunately. He is against the establishment. Guess what, you old fucker? You joined the establishment. You know, because, like, take Barack Obama, for example. I think he spoke really well. Like, when presidents speak well, I don't think Clinton was a good speaker. Bush, somewhat. You know, George W. Bush. Obama, though, he was a good speaker as far as the speeches go. I feel like he was a good speech giver, although speeches weren't written by him. Although speeches never are written by presidents. Although maybe Trump writes his own. I'm not sure. Maybe I should calm down. Maybe I should say things that are socially and politically correct. Well, guess what? That ain't gonna happen from now on. I'm trying to inspire people to go out and do their own thing, to do things that they feel. And sure, want to protest? Sure, but don't be violent. Violence is something that is complete bullshit. But if you want to protest, sure. Is he not your president? That's not correct. He is your president. So I'm just going from topic to topic here. But let's just be honest. The main topic today is how I feel about shit. And how I can possibly make things better in the world. And how it can make, at least in my little pocket of the world, right? My little corner, you know, and The fact that people think they can just push me around, how dare you do that to me? People, no, you know what? I've been on a few dating sites in my time. This actually didn't even happen on a dating site, I don't think. And I was pissed off one day, as usual, as days usually go. And I was getting into a fight with this little, this woman. I'm going to be disrespectful. I'm going to say a woman. And she called me nasty looking. Literally, that I'm a nasty looking person. Or that I'm a nasty looking man. Who the fuck do you think you are talking to? Half the people downtown are nasty looking. Half the people who, sure, you know what? I might be nasty looking, but at least I don't have a nasty personality and nasty heart. Because quite honest with you, the best looking face in the whole world, say it's a woman, the biggest boobs in the whole world, the biggest face in the, the best looking face in the world, will not mean anything if you have a crappy personality and crappy heart. Be quite honest with you, that's just the way it goes. If you have a shitty heart, a shitty way of treating people, you're a piece of shit. So, that's just the way that goes. But, yeah, no one ever texts me, why are we down to 76%? This thing's going off. Okay. But this isn't about cell phones. This isn't about awards. This isn't about women. This isn't about men. This is about making things better in your life. About making things better for professional wrestling. Making things better in general around Vermont. Because there's just some girl killed or some woman killed in Barrie. Like, in the past couple of days. Rest in peace to her, but fuck, what's going on around here? You know, we had someone who was stabbed right on technically Cherry Street. Horrible, terrible. But you know, what the hell is going on around here? What is going on? I think people are just, you know what? I actually have something to say about that. Mental illness. You can get away with anything apparently if you're mentally ill. You can get away with murder even. He's too mentally ill to stand trial. Well, that sets a dangerous standard. Because it really sets a dangerous thing how if you're mentally ill, schizophrenia, whatever, that means you can get away with anything. That's really disturbing. Because, and you know what? And I say that because I can. Because actually I am considered mentally fucked up. But, or do I just stick up for myself? Do I just stick up for myself? Is that what it says? Because take it's Donald Trump, for example. Because he sticks up for himself, it means that he's mentally ill. Well, maybe we need some mentally ill people around here. And government. I'm sure there are many up there, actually. Anyway, I don't know. But let's get back to local stuff. I don't give a shit about Donald Trump. In fact, I think all politicians, if you're involved with politics, you're a piece of trash and I don't trust you. This is the way it goes. Now, let's, I left the best thing for I think last here. Although I probably have a little bit over a half hour left, I think. But anyway, folks, I think I do. I think we started not too long after I got here. But folks, hey, so what does how's the police state going for you? And I don't want to talk bad about the cops because they have a lot of, the police, the Burlington Police Department. But I'll be honest with you, with my own personal experiences, they need to make sure that their accusations, especially when from women to men, are actually fucking true. Like, for example, my ex accused me of shit. I'll say it right now. It's over. You're never gonna fucking believe this. I'll tell you the whole story. I started dating this woman around almost exactly 3 years ago. And so 2014. And eventually, one day, I just stopped texting her on my cell phone because I wanted to play video games. Guys like playing video games. Women like playing video games. And then I hear a knock on my door. And it's a police officer asking, I think she must have said it was some kind of welfare check, which that's weird because she must have lied because it's all maybe an hour or so since I stopped texting her. But some women are stupid like that. And then I told the police officer I didn't want nothing to do with her. Because that's a fucking red flag for me, waving in the fucking wind. That she sent a cop to my door because I wasn't texting her. That's weird. So I ended the relationship. I think the cop probably told her. Then guess what? 2 days later, at my door, another knock. And it was two cops on my fucking door. And the fact that they told me that I had sent homicidal messages to her saying I was going to kill her and her son. That's weird because I never said I have never said I was going to kill someone in my whole life. That's something you don't do, okay? So I think the court date, it was a court date, and they just didn't even ask me if I had fucking done it. They just handed me, here's this asshole. You're fucking guilty because you're a guy. You're guilty because you're a fucking guy. And you're guilty because in Vermont, it's if a woman accuses a guy, if a female accuses a man, the man has no fucking chance. That's gonna fucking change. I mean, have there been examples of, you know what, let's fucking fast forward. Let's fast forward to when it was the last court date. You're gonna fucking, it'll blow your fucking mind what happened to me. Well, for starters, she said put a tracker on her phone. First of all, I'm not fucking Tony Stark. I don't know how to do shit like that. She said I put a tracker on her phone. Even if she changed her number, I could tell what her number was. I never fucking did that. That's fucking crazy. Then they did something that was illegal. They accepted it was hearsay, which is never accepted in court situations. Unless the person's there to speak for themselves, having Martha say this to John, then saying it in court is bullshit. That's not the way it goes. And then she said that the homicidal messages, first of all, and I saw one. I wasn't able to see all of them, which is weird. I should have been able to see all of them. That I had allegedly sent. Oh, and by the way, if you're wondering about those fucking messages, she had sent those to herself through a free texting website. That's pretty fucking easy to do, actually. And I'm assuming she probably made up a fake email for me, too. Which, you know fucking what? All you stupid fucking prosecutors out there who think that technology is just, you know, some bullshit that... Technology is improving every single day. I can make an email address for Santa Claus, for fucking Easter Bunny. Hell, I can make one for you. I can make one for Osama bin Laden. Fuck's sake. He died back in 2002. Although let's not get into government conspiracies, right? You know, there's fucking a lot of them. Government cover-ups and shit. Like World Trade Center 7. Yeah, the World Trade Center collapsed into fucking dust. That's pretty insane. Okay, well, anyway, back to my story here. And it was just fucking blew my mind. So at the end of the day, literally, it's almost the end of the fucking day. I was put on probation for a whole fucking year. A whole fucking year. And put on probation for a whole year because I fucked with the wrong chick. How the fuck does that even happen? How the fuck does that even fucking happen? First of all, that's why I don't date anymore. And you fucking cocksuckers who say that I should, well, trust people again. There was only one person. It wasn't me. Well, fuck you. To say that I can trust people again. Trust is a fucking earned. It's not given out like fucking Halloween candy on Halloween fucking night. It's something that, I love Halloween, by the way. I love the time of year. It's coming sooner or later, you know, but because winter's coming. Am I the only one who fucking loves winter? It's so quiet. I love being quiet. I really do like quietness when I'm especially, you know, I don't like any sounds. Like VCAM, I'm the only one talking right now. I can't hear shit. So, but you know what? That's the reason why I don't date anymore. I was on probation for a year. It was a fast year. But, so if any of you assholes who are involved in putting me on fucking probation for a year, fuck you. Because I wasn't guilty of jack shit other than being a nice guy. That's going to fucking change. I'm a nice guy, yes. I'm probably one of the nicest people you could ever possibly meet. But I also fucking don't let any morons stay with me anymore. Or women cheat, or help women cheat on their relationships or marriages. Like that one girl on Facebook. Who the hell do you think you are? Anyway. I've said a lot of stuff this episode. Some stuff I plan on saying, some things I didn't. But at the end of the day, it's all about defending yourself and being yourself to the best of your ability and being confident about who you are. Because, and you know, I sound like Shia LaBeouf is what I always sound like, really. But there are things that, maybe he's fucking right. He was arrested the other day, but maybe he's right. Just fucking do it. Because I'll tell you a story. I'm full of fucking stories. I'll be a good grandpa. Because I go grocery shopping and price chopper. Show and fucking road. And there was this girl that I had my eye on for a while. I'll give you a hint. She said no. So, and then one day I just got sick of looking at her. No, I shouldn't say that. I say that because I was just sick of looking at her and doing fucking nothing about it. So, I said, do you want to get coffee sometimes? Coffee tastes like shit. I didn't drink coffee. I drink fucking Dr. Pepper. So, I drink Dr. Pepper. Occasionally Coca-Cola. Cherry Coke's good, right? Cherry Coke's awesome. In fact, fuck, I gotta get some more soda on Monday. Remind me of that. I gotta get some more soda on Monday. I go up to her and said, you want to get coffee sometimes? She says, what about coffee? And then she said, then I think I repeated myself. And then she said, I have a boyfriend. Well, that's too bad. Because it's just going to end up him or you cheating. Or some bullshit happening where it's complicated. It's so complicated. Was that too loud? It's so complicated. It is so complicated because that basically means you like someone but they don't like you back. That's what it means. It's complicated. That's what it is. I think that's actually an official relationship thing on Facebook, if I'm not mistaken. Or it says it's complicated. I've been single for a long time. Or they say they like you, but no, I don't want to be in a relationship on Facebook. Well, what the fuck? Why would you want to be in a relationship with someone and not be fucking damn proud of it? Unless you're not proud of it. Man, people are confusing. They really, really are. But as you can tell, I have some stuff down here, but I might get kicked off the air before my 10th anniversary. 10th anniversary of this show, of my whole stint with VCAM is this September. I almost went a whole show without actually saying that. The past like 10 episodes I've said something about the 10th anniversary. It's pretty damn big for me. It's pretty big stuff for me. I really do love VCAM. I love the people here. Whether they love me after this is something that probably up for debate. That debate show, oh fuck, what's that called? And I want to actually apologize. Rare thing, right? Me and Steve, we're talking about people that were no longer at VCAM who either passed away or they just aren't here or they aren't employed by VCAM anymore. We mentioned Elizabeth. We mentioned who is not working with VCAM anymore, at least not as a staff. We mentioned everyone we mentioned Bear even. Bear was a nice guy. Elizabeth was a very nice person too. But then we mentioned a few who had passed away, like Wael, I forgot who else. But one person we did not mention, actually, is the guy who ran that debate show. That debate show was probably he ran that show pretty well. They came down to like the last 30 seconds and they would, they just give their opinions, their facts. Because really, there's a quote in one of my video games where there are no facts, there are only interpretations. And because facts are an interesting thing. Is the sky blue? sometimes it's gray. Those are clouds. But the sky is blue. The ocean looks blue from space, or the ocean's bodies of water. But tuna, that guy was pretty cool. I forget his real name. But that's one guy me and Steve forgot to mention. By the way, watch Nova's Shenanigans. It's really, I will always support Steve in his TV shows because I just always will. Steve's a good guy. I remember one time on the show, he was telling a story vaguely. I think it was true, but also vaguely racist. Although I don't think Steve is really not a racist guy. But then this guy called up and said, this is when I was live, and said, I'm not watching you guys anymore. You know we watch. After that. Actually, when I was at the mall, University Mall, I go there often. Although the McDonald's there sucks, to be honest with you. The McDonald's there is terrible because I've had more than a few French fries in the little thing there. They weren't fully cooked, fried. That was pretty gross. So you know what? As far as McDonald's goes, I shouldn't be eating that crap anyway. But as far as McDonald's goes to the one on not Shelburne Road, Wilson Road. Not the one in the U-Mall, which is crap, but go to the one on Wilson Road, right across from, it's near Zachary's, which I haven't been there for a long time. Haven't been out French fries for a long time, haven't been anywhere for a while. But, hey folks, if you want to get involved with VCAM, I've said this for a while, want to get involved with VCAM, you can. Might even be able to meet me. Probably not though. But no, I gotta say though that I do like the VCAM parties. I love those. That's why I haven't missed one for a couple of years. In fact, as far as my whole dinner party history goes, I think I missed maybe 3. My whole, I probably missed 3 as far as my whole stint here at VCAM goes. Now, I have been thinking, should I permanently end the show? I don't think I will. I think I might take some time off a little bit, maybe a few weeks, literally a good full few weeks for the 10th anniversary after the 10th anniversary, because that'll be like a reset, almost. At least that's what I'm thinking. I'm still thinking about what I want to do for the 10th anniversary show. Really thinking about that, because you only have 100th episode. You only have one 10th anniversary, so you really only have one 10th year. That 100th episode was pretty good. Yeah, tooting my own horn here, but I want the 10th anniversary to be 100 times bigger than that. I want cameos. I want a fucking parade down Main Street. I want to get that done. A parade down fucking Main Street because of my show. Reaching 10 years. Now, I'll probably be in the 370s by then, as far as episode numbers go. Or maybe 360s. I don't know. 10 weeks. So it's roughly. I gotta count how many weeks I have in between then and now. But I'll probably be in upper 260s. Did I say 3? Upper 260s. I'll probably be in the 60s by then. So I'm looking forward to that. If you reach this far in the show, congratulations, because you made it as far as my bullshit goes. Because right now, I'm happy. I'm done talking as far as stuff like that goes. So, but folks, as far as wrestling goes, there are a lot of cool stuff coming up. We have SummerSlam, which there might be a four-person main event, like a Fatal 4-Way, come up for SummerSlam. Samoa Joe, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar, as far as the world title goes. I'm sorry, the Universal title. So that should be pretty interesting. Look forward to seeing that. And just so you know, we're not going to be covering like the second tier pay-per-views anymore. We're going to be covering I'm going to be covering SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and Survivor Series, and Money in the Bank. We're going to be covering those pay-per-views. That's what we're going to be covering. So, you know what? I really would like to do like a special episode where I actually play parts of old episodes, like the first episode, or but my main idea actually is to give interviews to Nikki the Nerd and Stormraiser. That would be cool. Like, I interview Nikki the Nerd and Stormraiser, because that'd be a shitload of editing, but it'd be interesting to say the least. So, but you know what? What are your favorite things about, far as like wrestling themes go? Because I think I brought my handy dandy. Well, first of all, my little thing here. I brought this. I brought my tablet. It's not as loud as my phone, but it's definitely loud enough. And and by the way, if you made it this far into the show, great. But speaking of CM Punk, the WWE wants him back. Wouldn't that be freaking awesome if the WWE got him back? I mean, that'd be great. I mean, I think he's only 37, so he could wrestle another couple years easily. I think he's probably healed up from his beating at UFC, so his pounding, it really beat the crap out of him. But I mean, if you like to be a guest on, not every show is like this. Not every episode of this show is like this. But I just had to get my things off my chest today. So, so I think, what was I gonna say? I forgot. But so, okay, I'm gonna shut this off. Actually, I'm not too concerned with playing clips or music or whatever. I'm concerned with getting the news out that I feel is important. So, what do you think about all the things I've said in this show? If you made it this far into this episode, I think it's pretty cool how things like VCAM are around. And I may say things that are controversial, but I also believe in what I'm saying, for the most part. You should never say something actually that you don't really believe. Then it's called lying. And I'm 100% against lying. I despise it. And actually, someone calling me a liar is probably the worst insult to me, as far as me goes. That's just the way that goes. So you can't see it, but there's a little thing right here. See this? I love this thing. It's the WWE. I might actually leave it like this. See? Yeah, thanks. Look at that. Pretty cool. I got this actually. Yeah, I can leave that off actually. I got people. Actually, people. Well, what I was gonna say about the wrestling hour, you know, and when I was at the U Mall, and I actually finished that sentence today, was that. So I heard someone that I barely heard someone say, "That's the wrestling guy," and then they were looking at me. It's funny because I'm never recognized for Nicky the Nerd or Stormwizard, but most of the time on Stormwizard I have my that mask on. But really, it doesn't cover that much of my face. But honestly, I've always been recognized for this show. And Mysteries of the Deep too, kind of. But by the way, shout out to Adam. Shout out to Adam. He's a good guy. So, by the way, you can look me up on Facebook. I'm pretty public guy. I mean, I'm out there a lot. I'm out in public a lot, and I'm pretty, like, when you're on VCAM or a TV show or whatever, you're kind of in the public spotlight a little bit. And, you know, that's just where that goes. Oh, and by the way, I'm a big fan of Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid. That game recently celebrated 30 years. I'm 1 year older than that. So I'm a huge fan of Metal Gear. By the way, all you assholes with those nukes out there, Metal Gear Solid 5, you need to disarm them. Because Chapter 3 comes after that. And people think, oh, it's just a card. We're in Chapter 3 now. Or Chapter 3 Peace. I believe peace will come eventually as far as that goes. But I'll be honest with you. What message would it send the world if, lazy video game people, lazy gamers can make all the nukes gone or disappear throughout a fake world, right? If literally there's people all over the world with nuclear bombs on Metal Gear Solid 5, they can't use them. They can't do really anything with them. But it does prevent. It does prevent Chapter 3 peace from being achieved. So, disarm them. I know, like 3 people will see this who actually probably have played Metal Gear Solid 5. But if you have any nukes, you need to disarm them. Because that's what I do. I'm not the greatest player, but I am definitely for peace. So, as far as that goes. Anyway, folks, what should I talk about? I probably have minutes left here, but I think you should. I actually like to have you vote on things, but I can't see you. So, by the way, I may set up a new email account for the show. I may not though, because some things I say here are kind of out there. But where's my phone? That's somewhere there. So I hope y'all are doing well out there. I'm not that big of an asshole. Kind of am, but kind of not. In the same breath, kind of a thing. So, by the way, his old visual. Undertaker. Is he gone for good or what? We haven't talked much about Undertaker because honestly, he's not around a lot. I think is he gone for good? I think yeah. He'll probably go in the Hall of Fame this coming year of 2018. Let's talk about the Hall of Fame actually. I think the Hall of Fame should go like this: Undertaker should go in as like the main guy, main attraction, as far as the Hall of Fame goes. And Undertaker, Vader, Big Van Vader should go in. Because I don't know, he doesn't have much longer to live, actually, to be quite honest with you. He has a heart issue. So Undertaker, the Big Van Vader should go in. As far as the women wrestlers who should go in, it's China needs to go in there. Needs to go into the Hall of Fame next year. And I'll be honest with you, the tag team probably should be the Dudley Boys. Need to go into the Hall of Fame. And I'm actually going to do a second tag team, which should be Harlem Heat. They need to go in with Booker T and Stevie Ray. Need to go in the Hall of Fame. And as far as the, Japanese wrestler, or, I want to say Japanese, but foreign wrestler who needs to go in the Hall of Fame, God. Who is that one guy I saw recently mentioned for the Hall of Fame, actually? I don't even know. I'll come up with that next week. But as far as a group goes, it needs to go in the Hall of Fame, like a stable. Put in, God. Who could they put in? I know, the Hart Foundation. British Bulldog. Well, first of all, he needs to go in too, by himself. They could do British Bulldog. They could do Owen Hart. They could do Bret Hart could even go in again. And even Jimmy Anvil Neidhart, even Brian Pillman could go in, and Jimmy Hart if he's in already. That's how I feel about that. I feel that could be so. So here we go. We're going to recap: Undertaker, China, Vader, Hart Foundation, and I want to say that guy who was spit that green mist. I don't know because I can't remember his name. We're drawing a blank right now. I know there's an M in his name, but I'm not too sure. So that's how that should go. China should definitely go in. Personal feelings aside, she was really in the WWE. China was really a trailblazer as far as female wrestling goes, women's wrestling. She was really showed that women can be rough and tough tougher than the guys. So that was pretty cool how she was able to do that. 10 whole minutes left on the show. So, as far as China goes, I feel that, yeah, she did some things after her wrestling career that may have been considered, may be considered by some people to be, wrong or bad or whatever. But she did one hell of a, she pulled off one hell of a career all by herself. No one helped her besides Shawn Michaels, maybe, who got her into the WWF at that point. And, it really, really is something that needs to happen soon. She needs to go in the Hall of Fame. But the WWE Hall of Fame is really a lot of politics, a lot of, who do I like now, or this year or whatever, But and holy crap, as far as the Warrior Award goes, I have no idea. The WWE is in charge of that, really, but I'm in charge of jack shit. But they pick someone really nobody knows, so I don't know exactly. But if it were to go to someone with Ultimate Warrior's original idea, they should do a WWE employee who isn't on TV, the light guys, the audio guys, the guys who set up the ring, the guys who take down the ring and in sets. The guys, the people who don't get a lot of stuff on TV, who don't get a lot of recognition. So that probably it should go to one of them. That's my personal opinion. Now I don't have a lot of money. Will I ever be able to go to WrestleMania? Probably not. But I know some people who did go. But I heard it's kind of, especially if it's in like an arena compared to outside, it can be pretty damn warm in those places actually. So I know I don't do well in warm weather. I mean, when my apartment's really warm, I tend to fall asleep. So when my apartment's really, really warm, I tend to go to bed. Not bed, I I do have a recliner that I fall asleep in usually. That I've had for probably going on 7 years. How long is a recliner supposed to last? Physically, it's in good condition, but it's got some holes. But, I mean, guys, as far as what I've said during this episode, hope you realize that I really, really do mean what I say, but you also got to take what I say with a grain of salt. In fact, several ones. But if there's, I guess, any advice I could give you, it would be to be good and just go outside more. Because I guess, enjoy the nice weather is what I'm trying to say, I guess. And because I think it's supposed to rain today, but it's not. And enjoy professional wrestling. That's what this show is all about. To inform, to get some of those falsities out there as far as professional wrestling goes. Enjoy professional wrestling. Love it. Disarm those nukes too, and we can all have peace in this world, even if it's a digital world. I really want you to disarm those nukes because they need to be. I'm looking forward to Chapter 3. I'm sick and tired of playing those online events only. I'm not starting a new game either because I got one of those nameplates. Anyway, so be good and seriously just go out there and kick some ass. And I say that every single episode. I don't mean literally. I do not mean literally. But, like I said, just enjoy life, enjoy VCAM, and enjoy the show. The show. Every show on VCAM. Because it's awesome. People put a lot of hard work into their shows. And I guess just be good. And I'll see you next time. Be good.